In this video, I'm going to show you how to use Google Hangout Meet. So before we get into the application Google Hangout Meet, I'm going to show you how to establish your meetings here in your Google Calendar. If you do not know how to access your Google Calendar, when you log in through the single sign-on, click on your Google email. You will see you have these 9 dots here on the top right corner. When you select those 9 dots, one of the options will be calendar. If it's not at the very top, you're able to scroll and you should see other options. You're going to click on calendar and it's going to bring you to this page. What you will need to do to establish your meetings, if these are going to be for your online lectures, determine when those meetings will start. If your class is going to have its first meeting on September 3rd, which is a Thursday, just click on September 3rd and you get this little pop-up. I would like you to click on more options here, and now you get this. So you're going to give this a meaningful name for this. It could be your course ID. I'm going to call this Workshop 101. Here underneath the title, you are going to deselect all day, and you're going to be given time frames. You can determine when these meetings start. I'm going to say starts at 1, and it's going to end at 2, and you can edit here at the top. So I'm going to say 2:15. That's usually how long a lecture typically is. The next thing I am going to do is I'm going to click on where it says does not repeat, and I'm going to click on custom. Usually lectures occur twice a week, so perhaps the first one is on the 3rd of September, but the next one will be on the next Tuesday. I will select Tuesday, Thursday, and then under where it says ends, I'm going to select end on. And you can here select when the last online lecture would be. I believe this semester ends around mid-December, so I'm going to click that last Friday of the 18th as the last time this meeting should occur on my calendar. And I'm going to click on done. So now I have these meetings reoccurring from 1 to 2 p.m. Every Tuesday and Thursday until December 18th. The next thing I need to do is click here where it says add Google Meets video conferencing. When I click on this option, it is going to give me a Google Meet link for me to share with my students. And that is basically all you need to do to set up the meeting. You do not need to invite your students. I will show you how to share the link with your students in an easier way. So what you need to do now is just click on save. So if you can see now on my Tuesdays and Thursdays, starting from Thursday the 3rd, I have my Workshop 101 every Tuesday and Thursday. You can see that reoccurring. When I click on that event, I have the option to join with Google Meet here. But what I want to do is I want to copy this link. If you are using Google Chrome as your browser, you do have this little box here, and this little box says copy conference link to clipboard. I'm going to click on that, and as you can see at the bottom it says I successfully copied the link. I am going to exit that, and I could go into my Blackboard course. So here, I'm going to go into Blackboard, I'm going to go into my course, and I am going to elect to share this in my menu panel. So I'm going to click on this plus sign, and I am going to add a web link. So I'm going to give this a name. So I'm going to name this Tuesday Thursday lectures. And here I'm going to paste that URL I copied. I want to make sure that when I'm pasting the URL, I have the https://. Otherwise, if it's just meet.google.com, it's not going to work. So you want to make sure it starts with the https. And then I'm going to click on available to users, and I'm going to click submit. As you can see, it was added to the bottom of my menu panel. So what I am going to do is I can just let my students know that the link to the weekly Tuesday, Thursday meetings is on my Blackboard page, and they can simply click on it. And as you can see here, it's taking me to start that meeting automatically. So it bypasses the need to email them the link or to invite them to the calendar event, because adding 20 plus students can get very tedious, and you have students who will drop the course at a moment's notice. So this way, only the students who are in that particular class have access to the link. So now I'm going to join this meeting. As you can see, I've joined my meeting, and I've selected to turn off my camera so you're not seeing me. And for now, I've selected to turn off my mic so the people in this meeting right now cannot hear me. Those are two options you have here at the bottom. This button here in the middle is to leave the meeting altogether. Another thing that you have here at the bottom left is going to be the name that you gave the meeting. If you click on this section, you expand the information. So it's this letting me know this meeting is occurring on Thursday, September 3rd from 1 to 2:15. And this is joining information. Again, this is just sharing the link once again with me so that everyone can see that. If your students are having any kind of technical difficulties and cannot hear or cannot be heard in the meeting, they can definitely call in to this specific number and use the specific PIN to join your meeting through the phone. Another thing that you have here, I'm going to turn my mic on, is you can turn on captioning. So now that I've selected turn on caption, as you can see, it is recording what I'm saying live. So these captioning is only there for me while I'm on this page. And it's only on for myself. Each individual person, if they want captioning to appear on their screen, needs to click on this little button, and then the captioning will turn on. If I had other participants in this meeting, when they start talking, it would say their name and whatever icon, or sometimes it's just a letter, to identify who is the person speaking. Another thing that you can do is you can click on it to turn that off. Here at the bottom right, where it says present now, this is how you share your screen with students. So you have three options. You can share your entire screen, and that is everything on your desktop. You can just share a specific window with them, or if you're using Chrome, you can use a specific tab. So if I click on share entire screen, as you can see, it gives me this little preview of what my screen looks like. I would need to click on it and then click share. And this is the view you get because you are sharing your entire screen with someone. Here at the top is you can see a little preview of it. And because I'm sharing my screen, it's just an endless loop of my screens. But this is what your students essentially see. This bigger picture here is what they're going to be seeing. To stop presenting, you will click on you are presenting, and then you can click on stop presenting. And the same goes for window. It's going to show you all the different windows you have open. I only have the internet and sticky notes open, so those are the two options. I will select which one I want to share and then click on share. And if you go to present Chrome tab, it lists all the tabs you have open. So you can select a specific tab and then just click on share. As you can see, when you're within Google Hangout Meets and you're using Chrome as your internet browser, you have this option to share audio. So if you wanted to share with your students a YouTube video, you can definitely do that, and the audio would sync with the presentation that you're giving. Here at the very far right bottom, you have these three dots. So these three dots give you the options to record the meeting, which is something you might want to do. So when you click on record meeting, it's asking you to at least mention to your students that you're going to be recording the meeting. This is just by legal ways. They need to make sure this message appears. You would click accept, and then at the top left you would see a little record red button appear, and it's going to have a little bing, and that's just kind of letting everyone know that the recording has started. So you want to make sure you click accept. This message only appears to you as the instructor because you are the one recording the meeting. For now, I'm going to click on decline. But like I said, you would get a red button here that lets you know that the meeting is being recorded. And then to stop the recording, you want to make sure here, instead of saying record meeting, it would say stop recording. You would click on it to stop the recording. You will get an email to your Cardboard email address when the video is ready to be viewed. That video will be saved in your Google Drive. For example, I'm going to access my Google Drive. You will have a folder called Meet Recordings, and in this folder all of those videos will be shown here. If your students utilize the chat feature, you get this text file and the time stamp as to who said what in that meeting, and you can watch these videos here by clicking on them. You have them here and you can watch them. Back to our meeting, this one, you do have the options to change your layout by also clicking on these three dots. If you have participants, which I don't at the moment, you have the option of a sidebar. So that means the participants appear in smaller boxes here at the right side. And if you are presenting, your presentation will be here in the main focus. You can spotlight, which means that whoever is speaking or making the most noise will be spotlighted as the center of attention for that particular time that they're speaking. Or you can just have everyone as tiled view, and that lets you see everyone on your screen all at once. By default, it's set to auto, so I believe auto is this sidebar option. Here in the three dots, you also have the option of going full screen, turning on captions, and you have settings, and these settings are just about your audio and video settings. You also have here report a problem and help. These kind of things just lead you to forums to kind of read, to troubleshoot the issues on your own. The other things that you definitely can see is here at the top you have these options. This one is show everyone, so it shows you everyone who's in your meeting. It can also show you the chat if someone wrote something. You also have this shortcut to the chat here, and then here this is just yourself, what you would look like. Something that I want to share with everyone really quickly is this extension that is downloadable. It's called Meet Attendance Collector. It lets you collect the attendance, and it gives you the guide of how to do that. So you would refresh, and then you would click on download, and that would download a Excel file with the people who are in your meeting. I'll share that link with everyone. But that's everything for this workshop on Google Hangout Meet.